Hey, I'm Benito Sandoval, and this is the very first episode in a long time of my podcast, AnyTime with Benito Sandoval. Hey, Benito Sandoval here, and this is AnyTime with Benito Sandoval. We were gone for a while, but now we're back. So let me give you a refresh on what this whole thing's about. This is the podcast where I, Benito, talk to people I know in real life and try to figure out what's really the deal with us. Are we friends? Is this whole thing fake? What's going on? That's my quest. I recorded this intro about an hour before the podcast airs, so it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that future intros will have. But normally I'll be joined by my trusty producer Reith, and we'll have a little chat or something before the episode begins. But I'm a procrastinator and I didn't get any of this done beforehand. But let me kind of go over how this episode here is different from any future ones. This is an interview that I did a while ago with a dear friend of mine. We did it over Zoom, and I never got to publish it in the old form of this podcast, the previous iteration. But here we are. Finally, I think it's a really good interview, and I hope you enjoy. So let's get on with the show. My guest today is a YouTube filmmaker and musician who I've known for many, many years. Please welcome Ann Paez.
Hi, I'm very excited to be here. And by that, I mean I was a last minute choice because you called me and you were like, "Hey, want to be here?" And I'm like, "Sure." I guess I would be excited mostly because I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The guest that you were gonna be on the show. We just moved you up an episode because someone had to be out of town at the last minute and all this other stuff. But regardless, we're really happy to have you here.
All right.
So,
So,
how have you been?
to say the least, great? Question mark? I'm not super sure. It's been going good, you know. I've been working on other projects and yeah, they've been going pretty good so far. So yeah, I would say good.
Do you have any specific project you'd like to talk about?
Already, I thought I had to like wait for me to like slap my sponsorship at like the end.
Oh, well, I mean, if you just want to talk about it right now and then we'll do a little sponsorship thing at the end.
All right. Well, I'm working on an album for my uh well, it's sorry, I can't talk. I'm working on an album and I've been working on it since May, I think. And so far it's going pretty good. I have already like 5 songs and like the only thing that like I don't really like about working on an album is I don't really get to make music in between. So, you know.
Yeah. So, what kind of genre would you say the album is?
That is a difficult question to answer. Um, Here's the thing, I like certain genres, and then sometimes I'm like, what if I just put them together? So most of the songs are gonna be very folk and rock songs, but like there's just a lot of aspects of other genres of music that I put into these that I can't really just call it one genre.
So you came to prominence, I guess I would say, doing a YouTube channel. And I believe you said recently we were talking and you said it's like going defunct.
I started recently started a new channel, and right now it only has like my music. Um, there's another plane. I
I
live
could
like
actually
now,
hear that
like
one.
I live right next to an airport, so
Yeah. I also live next to an airport, but it's one of those small airports where rich people park their planes and then they
all
go
right,
out driving said plane. Driving? No, flying.
fine. All
Man,
right.
airports are
Uh,
annoying. So
all right.
you have a
So
channel for your music.
so far it's only music, but I'm planning on maybe making other kinds of recently. All right. So a lot of people saw the diner when it was a gaming channel.
Ah, yeah, I remember
It's
that.
still kind
And you were
it's
doing
still kind
like
of embarrassing.
challenges too, like find the I don't know, just stuff like that. Find
Yeah,
the missing object inside of the large tub of Orbeez.
dude, like I'm still kind of embarrassed by that. But like recently I've been looking back at some of the videos because I still have them on my computer. So I watch some of them every so often, and I'm reminiscing on making gaming videos. Now I'm actually good at video games, so if I ever start making videos, they're probably gonna be gaming videos. Uh,
Will
if
we get a
let's see,
Minecraft Let's Play series?
no,
Aw.
I, okay, about Minecraft, I'm really bad at it, and I am not consistent and I get bored easily, and
Yeah, that's
Minecraft
true.
is a game where I get bored.
So
All right.
when I play
So yeah,
Minecraft, I have like 20 worlds. I just switch in between whenever I get bored with one.
one thing that I don't regret about my channel is that it made me a really good talker, I guess. It made me be able to talk good.
And that
Um,
is why we gave you a podcast. So
after I ended the channel, like I noticed that like at the beginning of the videos, like I couldn't like talk at all. Now like I'm really fluent just in general, just with my talking. I'm just like one, two, three, just like that. So yeah. All
but
right.
so your music, you're doing lots of that now. What got you into starting music? Because I know you were in an orchestra at one point.
I wouldn't call it an orchestra. I would call it like maybe a group of children with some violins. Um,
Yeah, that
okay, okay. So I quotation marks play instruments. It's mostly just I don't like calling myself a musician. I just don't like calling myself that because it feels like I'm lying because it's like, all right, play me something on your instrument, and then it's like I don't have one.
well, that might change soon though. Because
Yeah,
I know you've
w-
expressed interest in getting a guitar.
yeah, we're gonna talk about it in a second. But
You will.
all right, so I I kind of prefer the term producer or music producer because it's kind of like less lying, but it's still not good because I don't own any instruments. But all right, so
You're
I
like
got
DJ Khaled.
yeah. All right, back to your question. Um, what got me into making music? It was certainly not my school at all, any of my schools. Um, what I found is that if I get taught how to learn an instrument by like playing songs, I just can't learn it. You just need to give me the instrument and like tell me where the keys are or what plays what note, and then I can figure it out. Yeah, the piano's actually a pretty easy instrument.
Yeah.
Uh, someone always like I sometimes use my keyboard like my typing keyboard as like kind of like a controller for my virtual piano, and
I do that sometimes. Yeah.
sometimes people would be like, play me something on your virtual piano," and it's like, I mean, I could play something, but it's not gonna be something you know. It's gonna be something that like I just made up on the spot because I don't
And
know how to play any songs.
can I add, it is very hard to play piano on an actual like typing keyboard. It's a real
Really,
pain.
I've
I
gotten
mean,
really used to it.
I'm not even good at actual piano. I mean, I have one right here. No, I can't really. I can do that. Guitar, I think you said you would be interested in learning.
Yes, a guitar. Uh, Mostly because it's kind of embarrassing. I was on Reddit So I was on Reddit a couple of days ago, and I found this user, and like she plays guitar, and like wow, she's so cool, and I don't know.
Yeah, so we're gonna play one of your tracks in a little bit. And after we come back from, I'm gonna edit this so that sometimes it'll just phase out into music and then come back. That way we can put this into actual parts. And so in a little bit, we're gonna have you introduce a song. I don't know which one. We'll find out.
I have some exclusive
Exclusive?
content on my computer.
Nice.
It's from the album.
Oh, fancy.
All right.
And we are going to hear that in just a little bit. Got to keep them on their toes. Which, if they're running,
So,
which people do on this podcast.
all right.
Not on
Well, I mean, on my podcast, people are running away. It's not very good.
Yeah, on my podcast, people are running to a volcano so they can dump their phone in so they don't have to listen to this anymore. So, as we mentioned earlier, we have a song that we're going to play now. Would you like to introduce it or anything like that?
All right. So, here's the thing. I'm going to talk about this song for a bit before we play it. So, this is the fourth song on the album. So the album it has no vocals, but like I worked on it while thinking about I guess loneliness would be a term to describe this album. And I wrote this not wrote, made this song.
Well, you wrote it.
I quotation marks wrote it. So I made the song it was I guess inspired off the feelings that I felt during uh December of last year. It was a really hard time. My grades were at an all-time low. I guess we'll just give it a go. This is I'm So Sorry, Buddy.
This is I'm So Sorry, Buddy from the album In the Hands of Reeds.
Do I play it or like?
Yeah, you play it now.
I thought I was just gonna send it to you and.
Oh yeah, send it to
Well,
me. Then. Now you get how these things work, people. It's a lot. You're getting all the behind the scenes here. Okay, so yeah, just send it to me and then.
All right.
We will not
It's sending.
Edit this out. Okay, this is I'm So Sorry, Buddy from Ann Paez's new album, In the Hands of Reeds. Here we go. That was I'm So Sorry, Buddy from Ann Paez's debut album, In the Hands of Reeds. Is that correct?
Yes.
Which should come out sometime this winter or fall.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thanks so much for stopping by and being the first guest of season 2. It's really great to be making podcasts again after our very long break.
Yeah, I'm glad you invited me, even if it was last minute. I had a really fun time here.
Thanks, I did as well. Ann Paez, thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Well, I guess that is goodbye.
Well, thank you so much for tuning into my first episode in a very long time. I'm really glad to be doing the podcast again, and we're going to bring back a bunch of cool stuff that we used to do and that we didn't have a chance to do and we really wanted to do. So make sure to stay tuned for those. New episodes of AnyTime will be every other Monday. Hopefully at an earlier time than this was, because this is kind of later in the day, but we also have some really big ears-only surprises for later on this month and this year. 2023, the year we finally get back on track. Or at least most people will be getting back on track. I'm not so sure about me. But we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye. AnyTime with Benito Sandoval is produced by Benito Productions and the Benito Productions staff. It is distributed by the good people at Ears Only Podcasts, a subsidiary of Benito Productions. Special thank you to all our staff who worked hard to get this podcast back in good playing shape, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening. This has been a Benito production in association with Ears Only Podcasts. Thank you for listening.